Hey everyone, welcome back to RVR. In this video, we have a few repairs and updates.
Yeah, we're going to start off with the MAXX. We sent the servos in to Traxxas to get fixed, and they did find a problem. They didn't see anything wrong with the internal gears. They found something wrong with the motor. So they went ahead and sent us 2 brand new servos, and that's what we're going to be doing on the MAXX. We did have some issues with it veering to the left and to the right. Even after venting the tires, I think there was still a lot of sand in the foam. So we got some new tires. So we're gonna put brand new tires on them as well. And after we're done with the MAXX, we're gonna jump over to the Rustler. And we got some new axles because we broke an axle during a tag. So that's just a quick repair. We'll do it real quick. And then the Bandit, you saw the Bandit. We broke the rear hub. So what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna actually use the RPM. It's a lot stronger, and we may not break it again after this because we rarely break parts on this. And then your wing, right?
Yeah. We couldn't get new wings in time, so we're just gonna rebend the wire on both mine and Bandit's. So it should be pretty simple just to bend it back in. Also, in the MAXX's Rustler video, during the donut competition, I did tear one of my tires, so I got new Rustler tires.
Oh, and the shock tires.
Yeah.
I actually ordered these a little over a month ago, and they were on back order. I got them just as spare parts because I wasn't sure if I bent something on the MAXX during the big bashing video we did in San Diego. So these just came in a couple weeks ago. So now they're just spares, which is great. We also got a new pinion for his Bandit.
So it should be the same speed now. Yeah, so that was another problem we had. We weren't running the right pinion this entire time.
Yeah, I think you were running a 26, so
yeah.
Now it'll be a 28, so the speed comparisons between the two should be almost the same. And we're gonna do some updates on the wheel hubs. And these are the 5353X. They're the Splined wheel hubs, 17mm blue. And we're gonna put these on the MAXX. That way we don't have those problems with the wheel nuts falling off all the time. And we're gonna show you guys how to put these on because there's a couple things you have to do when you use these. And that's because the axles on the MAXX, the splines are a little bit longer. So some of the threads are gonna stick out, but we're gonna show you what to do with those.
So yeah, let's get into the repair.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna work on is the Bandit. What we're gonna do is first gonna pop the wheel off. There you go. See where it's broken at, so I'm gonna pop the top one off, the upper arm. Just like that, and that whole piece is gonna fall out. See where it cracked? We're gonna take it apart and just make sure that the bearing wasn't damaged. I'm gonna pop this hub off, just like that. Pop out the pin. And don't lose the spacer. Okay. So the axle looks like it's in good shape. Go ahead and pop out the bearing real quick. Careful when you press on the bearing, you don't want to ruin the seal. Take a look at that. And actually the bearing looks in good shape. So we're going to be able to reuse these, but we're going to have to clean them up. So, and this is by RPM. You're going to want 80382, and that's going to be the rear hubs, and they fit the Stampedes, the Rustler, the Slash, and the Bandit. All right. Just going to clean these up. Just like that. So we're going to take this bottom arm off. These you gotta pull them out. And there you go, there's a broken part. I'm gonna put that aside. I'm gonna put the new one in. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. You're just gonna pop your bearings in. Just like that. Then what you're gonna wanna do is put your axle in. Put your spacer on. Put your pin in. And your hex. Snap that in. Check the play on it. A little bit of play is okay. You don't want too much, but you don't want too little. So that actually works just fine. So now what we're gonna do, put it in, just like that. Now just so you know, what you're gonna wanna do is there's 2 holes on this hub. You're gonna wanna put it on the bottom hole. That's the stock ride height. If you wanna lower the car, if you're doing a lot of speed runs, you're gonna wanna put it in the upper. But I would prefer it in the bottom to keep it the stock height, because these do sag a little bit in the back, and I don't like that they sit so low. Especially if you're going off-road, you're just gonna bottom out a lot. So put that in, get that tight. Nothing's binding right there. Take that out, and that is it. Like I said, it's a very simple repair. I'm gonna go and throw the other side on. You don't need to see me do that, but this can be done in a matter of minutes. They make this really simple to do. There's not much that you need to check. Just make sure the bearings are in good condition and you're good to go. All right, let's get over to the Rustler. All right, next we're gonna work on the Rustler 4x4 VXL. We're gonna be replacing the rear axle, part number 6852A. So what we're gonna do, always replace the set screw that it comes with. It's always a good idea to replace those. Be careful with these because they do strip out. I almost had one just strip out. You should just have to loosen it and then pop it off. There you go. Pull that off right there. Take out the pin. And we'll slide the rest of the axle out just from right here. Don't lose the spacer. You'll need that. There's no inner spacer on the inner one. Nope. So next thing we're going to do is remove the upper arm. Alright, once that's removed, get that out of the way. Then we're going to take the inner screw out inside here. You guys can see that. See that? Just go ahead and discard this one. Always put a new one on. Just like that. Alright, so I put just a dab right there on that set screw. I'll pop that in there. Just like that. Take that set screw. Just make sure it's snug and all the way through until it stops. So right about there. And that's all you need. There's no point in putting too much Loctite or worrying about it coming off, because the chances of you breaking this axle are probably going to be pretty high. So you're probably going to be doing this again. So anyways, I'm going to pop that in right there. Put that spacer on. Just like that. That's it. And you don't have to tighten this too tight because it's not going to come off when the wheel's on. Throw this upper arm back on. Just like that. And that is it. Rustler's all good to go, all fixed up until the next axle breaks. All right, well, let's get on the MAXX. All right, guys, so now we're going to install the new servo onto the MAXX. First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and route it into the box. Like that. And remember, this one is going to be on channel 1. On channel 1. And make sure the black wire is in the back. And before you shut the lid, we're going to go ahead and power it on because we want to make sure that everything is zeroed out. What we do is we turn the receiver on, turn the car on. Sounds like something's in the fan. What you're going to want to do is turn TSM off and zero out the trim. I can actually feel it moving. But once that's done, go ahead and turn everything off. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put on the steering horn, and you're going to want to put that straight up. Put that on just like that. So that way it's perfectly facing upwards. You're going to tighten that down. Then we're going to go and mount it. It's these two screws right here, this one and this one. You don't have to remove them completely. You just want to loosen them up, because when you put it back in, you can actually put them under it just like that. And that back one, we're going to put that one on. Not too tight. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the arm on. Just like that. Alright, finish attaching the arm. Make sure that's snug. It's on there right there. Just put on the brace. Remember, the brace is notched, so you're gonna want to slide this in first, like that, and then down. But remember, you get these two dowels right here. I call them dowels. Those are gonna go in the bearing. You gotta make sure those will line up fine, and nothing's cut or binding on it. Just 'cause that goes right in. Okay, now that that's all done, we're gonna power it on again. Check out the steering. Everything's lined up, so it looks like we're good to go on there. So we're gonna wrap this up real quick. I'm gonna throw this on. So you make sure you get that seal in there. Don't get that seal cut. So once it's on like that, right? So I'm gonna put the rest of this in by hand. Just make sure it's snug. Make sure all these wires are nice and tucked in here. As you get some dielectric grease. And you're not gonna put a lot. You're gonna take your cover. And push down just a little bit, just like that. Literally just until you feel a little bit of resistance, just stop. You don't need to go that much farther. That's it. That grease will make sure that they're sealed. These wires are nice and they're not too tight, and they're out of the way. I mean, nothing's gonna be in the way over here anyways, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. And that's that. Got the brand new servo in. We already replaced the servo saver in a previous video, along with the toe link. So all that's good to go. All that's left now is put the new hubs on. So we'll get after that. All right, next we're gonna be upgrading the hex hubs. You're gonna pop these ones off. Just like that, flat. We're gonna take the pin out because you're no longer gonna need the pin. We're gonna clean these up. And these are the new ones. So, all these parts will be in the description. I'm gonna show you how to put one of these on. These are the parts that we're gonna be needing. And thank you guys for all the comments that we got on the Traxxas community. We were asking everyone about these, and everyone seems to be having the same issue. We have talked to Traxxas about it, but they said they have no recorded issues with these. So I'm not sure if they're watching our comments or searching through their own community posts, but there are a lot of people having the same issues. And we've actually ruined a tire because it came loose. This guy on. Just like that. And these already have Loctite on, so we won't have to add any. It's gonna go in a little bit tight because of the Loctite. But you do not have to over tighten it. I'd say right there is pretty good. You can see it. Because that's not gonna come loose with the wheel on it. I mean, it's just taking place of the pin. And the only problem with these is you do have the extra threads that stick out. So what I saw some people tell me to do was just to go ahead and put a little bit more Loctite on the end, just a little bit. Put the original wheel nut on the end, and you're just gonna snug this up. Doesn't have to be cranked on, just snug it up because you already got the Loctite on there. And that's it. And they do come with some really nice 17mm nuts on. And these really grab the plastic, so I'm hoping that these won't come loose. We did use these on the Bandits when we ran the GRP tires, and they do not come loose. If anything, I feel like they get tighter as we drive them. So I think these are gonna work out just great. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the other side on real quick, and then we're gonna do the backs, and then we're gonna show you guys the tires and how they look. Well, that'll do it. I think it looks pretty nice. Got some nice new tires on it. I think the wheel hexes look great on it. I don't think we're gonna have any more issues, but we will update you guys when we're out. But all in all, the MAXX is still a beast. Everything works great. I'm glad we got the steering fixed. We'll also update you on that. Just let you know if we got the steering issues handled. And we'll update everyone that helped us out on the Traxxas community. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna get the other MAXX all set to go and get some videos out for you guys. All right, you guys take it easy. See you on the next one.